Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
Getting down with another fresh out Prison Talk. I recently dropped a story about a 27-year-old guy who was pretending that he was 17, and he was going to high school basically having relations with underage girls, and got exposed, and he got 85 years. And I mentioned in that story that it's not only men who are taking advantage of the underage, it's also women. So this story came up. Former Dixon school teacher arrested for allegedly paying students to have sex with her. Did you hear that? She was paying students to bust her cheeks. A teacher from Dixon School District was arrested by law enforcement on Tuesday, November 12th, on 19 charges, including statutory rape, sexual contact with a juvenile, according to the Pulaski County Sheriff's Department. Online court documents state that Carissa Smith is charged with the following: 8 counts of second-degree statutory rape, 1 count of second-degree statutory sodomy, 2 counts of sexual misconduct with a student, 3 counts of sexual contact with a student, 2 counts of second-degree sexual trafficking of a child under 18 years old, 1 count of patronizing prostitution, 2 counts of hindering prosecution. Wow. Man, she was letting them play with the butt, the booty. She was a cold freak, man, all the way around the board. And I know sometimes there's a double standard, because you hear like when a guy does something, everybody's like, ooh, and then when a woman does something, you're like, oh man, I would have been hooking up with her, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, in all actuality, it could be just as traumatizing for a young man to have sexual relations with an older woman going forward, because of just the maturity gap and understanding the nature of the psychology behind it, and the trauma that he experiences from being taken advantage by an older woman. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there have probably fantasized about having relations with older women, but there is some trauma there that can occur when a young man is taken advantage of by an older woman. Online court records say Smith began as a substitute teacher for Dixon Middle School in 2022 and 2023. She was then hired as a paraprofessional for a high school for the 2023-2024 year, and was later hired as a long-term substitute under her resignation in August 2024. After interviewing multiple victims, PCSD says Smith offered money to students in exchange for sex or oral sex, mainly at her residence. One victim stated they had sex with Smith when they were in middle school. Man, she was a cold little freak. Man. And, you know, you guys think it's all men pushing this underage stuff. It's a lot of women out here on the same weird stuff. The probable cause statement also accuses Smith of providing marijuana and alcohol to the students and letting them smoke and drink in her presence, as well as sending inappropriate photos of herself to a victim through Snapchat. I've heard a lot about that Snapchat, man. I don't have Snapchat, but I know a lot of young people use it, and they buy drugs on there. They send different pictures on there. And Snapchat, if you're a parent out there, might be something you want to look into. Smith is currently being held in the Pulaski County Detention Center with a $250,000 cash or surety bond PCSD says she may face more charges after they interview more victims. So, yeah, female teacher paying to have her cheeks busted, performing on younger men. Disgusting, man. Disgusting. You know, at the end of the day, there's plenty of people of age you can engage in these type of activities with, and it's obvious that these people have something beyond the sex that they're interested in. It's almost like a really sick fetish or something that they're after. But this teacher, we'll see how this plays out and how much time they give her, as opposed to if this was a male, you know. And you wonder why, you know, there's so much of this now coming out. And it's not to say it hadn't been going on before, but because of just social media and these different apps and how there's actual evidence now, you're going to see a lot more of this coming out with these teachers messing around with these underage kids. And it's not a good thing, man. You know, these kids, you know, they put their trust into these teachers taking advantage of this, and it's teachers like this that ruin it and put a black eye on the game. But leave a comment, share the channel, let me know what you guys think. You know, there's all these crazy stories out there, and I try to get as many of them as possible just to give you guys an idea of what the hell's really going on out there. Big Herc 916.
I'm Big Herc, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor and sign them up for our program, so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in.
With Fresh Out Ministries, we're doing a new program where we're doing a takeover of a mom pop cafe or restaurant, and we're doing a pay it forward. So we're going to offer free meals at this particular restaurant or cafe, mom pop, for a certain amount of time, and we are asking that you make a donation to pay it forward so that we can continue doing this program for other mom pop restaurants and cafes, because we know that it's hard times out here. You have a lot of people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And so we're actually walking the walk. We've been doing it for over 11 years on social media. We've been getting shadow banned. We've been getting demonetized. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back to helping everybody through these trying times with this economy. You know, a lot of churches, they got $100 billion, and you don't see them out here helping the people who are in times of need, but they're still taking in the form of donations. But how's it helping the community? We want to build a community sense where we help each other, we can all overcome. You can't sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You got to save yourself. And this is the way you do it. So by us being able to do these takeovers with Fresh Out Ministries, with the mom pop restaurants and cafes, we want to be able to film, talk to you guys, get your feedback on what's going on right now in society. Hopefully you guys find it in your heart to donate, This donation, which is a pay it forward, will allow us to do other mom pops around the country eventually. But right now, we're going to be in Southern California and Los Angeles, Orange County. So, hey, reach out to your local businesses there. And if you are out of town in another area and you would like us to come there, if you provide the necessary means, we will come there also and do the same pay it forward. But right now, hey, if you're in locally in Los Angeles, Orange County, hit us up, freshoutseries@gmail.com. You can also make a donation on our link tree on our Instagram at Fresh Out Series.